Brodes Media.
Ron Rivera is a loser. That was a loser decision to play for overtime. You failed your locker room. You failed your team. The Eagles were on their heels, all right? We're not sugarcoating this. They were definitely a little bit nervous on what was happening. You're a couple yards away from going on the road and knocking off a team that doesn't even have a loss in the loss column yet, and you decide to possibly give Jalen Hurts another chance to put the ball in his hands? That's a disgrace. I'd be pissed, but I'm not pissed because the Eagles won again. Yeah, there's some things to clean up. Some penalties were annoying, although a lot of it had to do with the referee sucking ass, but that's what you're supposed to expect on a Sunday at this rate. All right, Edmonds with the bang-bang play, which gave them 15 yards. A.J. Brown, he took accountability and said that Jalen Hurts already got into his grill for that, and you got to put the team first. And, I think it's a little soft if I'm just being the one that gets to rate it for a second here because, well, I don't know, you're in the NFL and you're talking your talk. You're battling, you're putting up 175 on the day, you're busting opponents' ankles nonstop. So you score a big touchdown, let them have some fun with it. What a stupid league we waste our time on nonstop, but I'm sorry. This is what our lives are, and there's no way for me to do anything else in life during the fall except for this. My wife was even contemplating what Nick Sirianni and Brian Johnson were thinking, and I'm like, hey, hello, Coach Kara over there. Let's chill out. I'm making in-game decisions on the couch, just chilling. A little different with the headset on there, Coach, as if I don't do it 24/7 and for my bills. But anyway, I'm a little torn on how to assess that. If there's a minute and change left in the game, you have, one timeout if you're the Washington Commanders? Your team scoring a touchdown. I know it's easy to bang your fist on the table, run it off, run the clock. I've seen some of their run plays, to be honest with you. Do you like their 3rd and 11 decision? Do you like some of their play calling and Jalen Hurts keeping it instead of throwing it? Absolutely not. Kenneth Gainwell, I'm just saying it's not automatic that you win the game. You very well probably could have. And, you bear down when the game matters and you try and put a team away. I think that they absolutely could have won doing that. But at the same time, your defense needs a stop. And you get them where there's 17 yards to go to move the chains. Make a play. If you make the play, then we're not even in this predicament. Make your play if your defense just steps up. A lot of Jonathan Gannon-esque things from Sean Desai. 3rd and 4, 25-yard gain. 3rd and short, 32-yard gain. What are we doing? If it's nonstop, wide open, no one even near you at all on 3rd downs, it's a schematic thing. Finding holes in the gap. Eric Bieniemy pantsing and dancing around Sean Desai. And I know that there's a lack of talent. Slay goes down. Bradbury goes to the outside. There's a lot of activity, and some of your safeties weren't even dressed for today, and they didn't practice throughout the week because they're not healthy. So you're dealing with stuff. And Morrow steps up out of nowhere and gets 3 sacks on the day. He had 3 sacks. Hassan got his first one, which is a beautiful watch. But Morrow, I think he was a problem, though, for one of the touchdowns that they scored. And this game started out odd. Here's a sustained 7-minute or so drive by Washington. They score early. The Eagles respond with one of their own. And this is where I thought the game could have flipped completely. It was Washington's second drive. I'm sorry, but Edmonds, you have to catch the interception in the end zone. That stops the Commanders. Then there's a fumble, and I think it was a mix between Bradbury and Morrow that popped the ball loose. The Birds can't jump on it. That's game-changing plays. I think that sucks the life out of anybody standing on that Washington sideline. It's early in the game. The defense is taking over. They're putting the offense in nice positions. They're taking the ball away from any of their playmakers. Like that's what you do. And no, you fail. I thought Jalen Hurts had some of the best throws of the year, and there were a lot of them. Putting the ball where only his receiver or tight end can grab it. Zacchaeus, a dot, a major dot. Dallas Goedert, there's a defender right there. Nope. Here's Dallas Goedert. There's a half an inch that matters. He gives it that half an inch. Oh, fellas, that half inch, it goes a long way. And that half inch, it gave Dallas Goedert the chance to make the snack. What other ones were there? Because there was Goddard one, AJ a billion times down the left sideline. And then also guys who can go up and get it and put two hands on the football and high point it when needed. Here's Smitty right before half, and they get 3 points before they get the kickoff to start the third quarter. And, I would have maybe went for it on certain fourth downs instead of kicking a field goal. All right, now you're inching your way closer into this. I probably would have seen if I can get the first down and go for 6 and add another 7th, right, instead of kicking 3, but they elected to go their route, and it worked. It's very hard to be 4-0 right now. Reuben Frank started off the post-game show with some outrageous stat on how it's nearly impossible to go to the Super Bowl, be as good as they were last year, and then start the following season off with this record. And I know that there's a lot of things that aren't great right now. This defense and Sean Desai, there are some question marks. For me, the objective is to win the football game. And they are not playing pretty right now. Do you know how many teams would not be 4-0 when playing the same exact game? There's a mental fortitude that this group has. There's a collective way that they rally together when needed, when the big plays are there. They believe in the quarterback, and that's why this all happens. They know that on any given snap, he could wreck the game and make something wow everybody who's watching the television. SportsCenter top 1 of the top 10 plays. Jalen Hurts has it. All around the most polished of Jalen, which is the most important. I'd take this over the defense shining and the offense and Brian Johnson blowing and not moving the football. We need more in the red zone. We need less Kenny Gainwell stuff still. They force feed it. Some weird, strange third down calls. There's wonkiness, no doubt. But I'd rather have this. Jalen Hurts dropping dimes, a ton of dimes. And some might not even get the love it deserves. We'll love it. Nationally speaking, though, when you see highlights, it's a Tyreek Hill 70-yard touchdown. You'll see A.J. Brown. You'll probably see Devontae Smith mossing defenders. So it can lead to 3 points and Jake Elliott getting on the board. That Zacchaeus throw was absurd. That throw to Dallas Goedert was absurd. Absurd. That's more important than anything else.